I've incorporated a new joke, which is about my new life, right? It's
Right.
about how when I used to date, there was almost a stigma against online dating. Now it seems like that's normal. I'm probably going to have to do that. And then I say, but I'm looking for a whore. And I don't know if that's okay to ask for. And I go, now look, you probably think that's an insult, but I'll marry a whore. Like that's all I want. I mean, I'll spend the rest of my life with a whore. That's the joke.
That's also how you feel. Yeah.
It's just me talking. It's not really a joke, right?
Yeah.
So what's funny is that at the end of the show, I'm now being approached by whores. So
Are they attractive whores?
well, that's kind of the point that I'm going to make. So I go, are there any single girls here at one show? And of course, one girl goes, woo, or whatever. And I look at her and I go, she's not going to sleep with me, but I didn't say sleep with me. I said the F word, and everybody laughed, and that was it. Well, at the end of the show, I realized she would sleep with me because, of course, she looked like something under the bridge eating goats. All right. So I'm walking out and, I do one of these moves. This is how much I'm not like Dan Ninen. I'm about to open my soul and make myself vulnerable. Okay.
Okay.
When I crush, I want to see people. I want them to tell me they love me.
Absolutely.
So when I crush, I go out and make sure that I'm seen at the end of the show so people can come up and fawn over me. That's what I want. So I'm out where Mickey's selling his t-shirts. I'm selling nothing. I'm only out there so I can get affection, positive reinforcement, and the things that I want, right?
As opposed to selling your CD and handing out business cards with RobinJoeShow.com on them.
The CDs were about a 6-minute walk away in my car. Never thought about getting them.
It was
So
hot.
up to approach me is I see the outfit of the single girl, but then I see just this Medusa head on top of it. Oh, it's just this nasty teeth, and she's like, hey, that was really good. I'm the single girl, blah, blah. And I'm like, eh. So I finally find a way to kind of worm my way over to Wendy, who's in charge of the donation box at the end or whatever, right? That's what the MC has to do. Thank God I don't have to MC anymore. Sorry, Wendy, but yeah. I would kill myself before I stood next to that charity box. Either way. Actually, that's the truth because I'm standing next to it. And I go to Wendy, that lady wanted to sleep with me or whatever. That gross lady over there. She goes, oh my God, are you serious? I go, yeah, she approached me, blah, blah. Next thing you know, she comes back. She goes, so how long you been? I mean, she's asking me questions about my relationship. How available I am, right? And I'm like, I'm not available. I'm so sorry. Just a joke or whatever. And away she went. Well, not too much later, 2 girls come out. They are not ugly. I mean, they are very attractive. As a matter of fact, they look a lot like the girls that were rubbing on Josh from earlier that day.
So they have a stripper vibe to them.
I think probably more than a vibe. I think that they probably had their ID cards with them. So the girl, she was the less attractive of the 2. She was a stripper 8. Does that make any sense?
Yes.
So she was, if she had herself actually looking like a normal person, I don't know how attractive she could be. But she had herself all slutted up and wearing the appropriate clothes. And she literally says to me, hey, I'll be your whore.
And at which point you ran away.
I said, I don't, what? I'm sorry? She goes, yeah, I'm from Vegas. I'll be a Vegas whore. Now then I'm like, well, wait a minute. Does that mean I have to pay? Because that's not the same. I mean, that's a whole.
Well, that's it. Are you worried when you say this that you're going to either attract A, actual prostitutes, or B, like gold digger types? People see you doing comedy. They generally think that you're more successful than you are.
I've always said that. There's an illusion that I'm much more important than I really am. Well, this guy's on the radio. Yes, for free that morning. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, this guy's a professional comic. Well, yes, I'm getting paid for the work that I do. But no, I'm just going to be hanging out in the parking garage afterwards and driving home. I mean, no limo is whisking me off to the Belvedere.
To the diner and have.
Right. I'm going to be sitting at Sabatino's with Mickey at 3 in the morning. I'm not of any importance, but you're right. They think that I am. And now I'm clamoring. I'm like, I'm looking for a whore. And then the whores, they're coming out like cockroaches at night. Like I'm a whore and I'm available at this point.
Well, I think once you take them back to your father's house, they're going to realize that you're not that big of a deal.
Well, that's the other thing, right? That I'm like, okay, well, that's all fine and good, but now what?
Now what? It means is you go to Sabatino's with Mickey. That's what happens. Nothing happens.
Yeah.